Hey, Old Boar here. Welcome back to Shoalwater Bay. This is large-scale planning where I'm playing with all of the milestones unlocked so that I can put in this massive infrastructure before I start to populate out the city. So I've laid in this basic network. I've put in my electricity, water, sewage back over here. And this is basically education, police, fire, etc. Here's my hospital district. This is my university area. And I've got some of these basic city buildings also. And I put in about 600 population. Now, with the mod called Signature Building Fix, these big signature buildings eventually will get workers in them. It takes a little while once you plop this down before the game recognizes that this is a building. They will have employees eventually, so that'll drop our industrial demand down. So my idea about this 14-lane road is a lot of high-density residential along this road. I think I'm actually going to come off of this main road with a smaller road. And then I'm going to build up my skyline in this area and continue that out. And I've got a whole nother stretch of that 14-lane road over here to do the same. Now, when you play with everything unlocked, you're going to get money for each milestone. If you play with a normal game, you're going to get 68 million. I'm playing with TDW's hard mode, which only gives me 62 million. But as you can see, this is just the basic structure, services, etc. And I've already dropped down to 29 million. All right, getting down to one of my favorite parts of the game, and that is trains. This is my train line that goes all the way out to the edge of the map. I do have it connected up to this 2 line. One of these is cargo, one of these is passenger. You can do it that way. In order to make those work, you need these crossovers in here. This is a cargo train coming through. I always like to look at these just to see what the assets look like. But if that cargo train wanted to come through on this line, it could. Now I'm building out the rail yard for a lot of reasons. First of all, it is super fun. And secondly, I would be tearing down a lot of infrastructure here in order to get that rail yard in. And part of building on a large scale like this is getting to know your assets and your buildings, and I don't know them all, but I've been through quite a few, and I've got a long list of buildings to put into this rail yard. And now with the new extra detailing tools, extra assets tools, we're going to be able to detail that rail yard. First thing we need is a rail depot. Rail yard. This is a train maintenance facility, and I'm actually thinking about putting in 2 of these back to back, because if you look at that, I don't want to plop this. I'm going to lose 150,000 if I plop it and delete it. But you can back these up back to back, but there is one line through here that's a through line. It's just a double track line. It's the only double track line coming out of this. And that's where I'm going to put this asset. I'm going to put this asset. The double line is going to go as close as I can get it to here. And the other one is going to go back to back as close as I can get it. So I'm going to put these two depots in because the train maintenance facility will feed two sides of the map. This one will feed the map over in this area. The one that's turned around will feed the map around the other area. So I'm going to take out this track here. Probably just going to take it all the way down to there. So placing these in, it's not going to be perfect, but I could have left a little piece of that straight track on just so that I could see exactly where to come in here. I want to put it right into here. You can snap this building just to get it lined up with the highway. Now this is the asset that's going to feed the other side of my map. I want to get down as close as I can. And just pop this in. Right there. And then I want to connect it up. Just take a look at how smooth our connection is. It's good. Not really worried about what kind of infrastructure I have to tear out to put in these lines. This is a little bit of a problem, but this is kind of a provisional interchange so that I can get the city going. And so I want to do one more of these. I'm going to take this line out of this, right out through the through line. (180 degrees). It's probably too much. Just a little bit. See if I can get this to fit in here. If you have a lot of trains in your game, you're actually going to need more than one depot. They only service a certain amount of trains. And we just want this I'm thinking about bringing these even farther so that I can get these extra lines over to each other. But I'm going to stay with my first thought. Just having these terminals end here and servicing those out to their respective sides of the map. I'm going to get down in here and see. You can actually do this, and if you could get close enough, you could see whether you're going to connect, but I want to make sure those station tracks come in. There. And we've got a road need on either side. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Take it up to this road probably. I might just come across and bring this little yard together. What you could do to make this look a little bit better, I think you might be getting the icon if you do this. You don't. This is really nice. You can stretch these out so it looks a little bit more realistic. These are not going to go anywhere. You may want to put buildings in here. It's just up to you. I'll stretch them out, and if I don't want them, I'll delete them later. Yeah, this is a major project, and I'm going to build my own custom train station. I've got some ideas about that. And I've been using this 4-lane road pretty much all through the map, so I guess I'm going to stay with it. I don't expect to have a lot of traffic here. I could just come through. But I think I'm going to go down. Low ground. Just going to go down a bit. Okay, that's a little better. So we've got our 2 rail yards, train maintenance facilities hooked up, and I want to put in this cargo station. I want to see how these lines are going to play out, and this is pretty much where I want to put this train station in. I want to get it probably around in here, getting the population, university, downtown area served. And so to connect these up, you're going to just use some anarchy and then move your pillars later. I'm going to go ahead and take this line through. I'm going to probably just delete this street out for now. Why am I leaving my game running? Well, I just want it to settle. I want everything to settle in. As a matter of fact, see, now we have employees here. 1,363 employees is what this factory will give you with the signature building fix mod. And yeah, we can take this highway over all this rail. I can't get the rail through here, unfortunately. So we're going to try this. Just curve it. Maybe we can. You want to take these out as far as you can to make those transitions smooth to one another. This is going to be our cargo terminals in here. So let's just see about a straight track. Straight track through. Straight track through. Weren't gonna get that lucky, but that's all right. Now this one, we might just extend this a bit. This wonkiness where people just curve right into that is not very realistic to me. I have my first series on this channel is all about Railway 2 train networks, which are super realistic and they're just awesome. There's tons of assets for it. I want to get right up to this pylon. it's going to let us go through because we have anarchy on. So I'm just going to slightly curve this. Let's just try this. Right up to there and see how smooth that transition is. That's good. That's really good. That is much more realistic. You're gonna need a lot of space for that, unfortunately. And our through line needs to come through. See if we can get it through without anarchy. So some of the things I'm doing off camera because why would you want to see me put in the university? Now, detailing the university, I can see that you might want that. I'm just going to move this slightly to get the pylon between the two train tracks. Then I'm going to check my yellow line here. It's pretty much the only way you can see whether you're moving your roads straight. So we've got our lines coming out. This one I'm thinking about taking out all the way up to here and leveling this land out. This is also not hugging this road. I've posted all of this save game on Paradox Mods for all of you who want to follow along. I'm going to go ahead and take this out. This lowers down. And it's not my through line. This has now become the through line. Oh, there is the beginnings of our rail yard. Thanks for watching the old boar play City Skylines 2. Take care now.